Hey everybody, Robert here. Today we're talking about breath work or pranayama to the yogis. And I've been dabbling with breath work for about 3 years now. And I'll go from one to another, see how far I can take one, whatever. And I feel it really important to talk about this because it truly is a free, natural, and interesting way to heal ourselves, both body, well, actually body, mind, and spirit. Because if you do these breath works long enough, deep enough, and you really get into the practice of it, you have what I call a cleansing experience. You might have some tears flow. You might have spontaneous laughter, whatever energy in the body needs to come up. And you can trust the body and mind on what it needs to do. And you can trust the breath work just by doing the breath work. There's no guesswork in this. Three favorites: breath of fire, the Wim Hof Method, Awaken. The breath of fire one is a yogi one, and it's rapid inhales and exhales to the nose. Look it up on YouTube. There's different schools of thought on that. But for me, it really does clear the mind. It gets rid of brain fog, helps me become more articulate in the moment. It's crazy. Two, the Wim Hof method. This is my personal favorite because it really helps bring up old crap. It helps you vent out emotions. It helps you get a clearer head. You get a good body high, good mind high too if you want. And I've never had a bad experience with that breath, even when I take it to deep, deep, deep levels, because the deeper you go, the more you breathe, the more of an experience you're going to have. I've had people go into ego deaths, or I had a Christian friend of mine say he saw what he would call the light during a breathwork ceremony, and that was just with a few seconds, and it was amazing. So just be aware that if you take these breathwork exercises to an extreme, you're probably going to have a spiritual experience, some kind of an intense cleansing experience. It's not a bad thing, guys. It's like free therapy. The third one is Awaken. And this was new to me. I'm going to be honest with you. I've only done it a few times, but I really like the feeling. I really like where it takes me. And it's really akin to the Wim Hof method. And just deep breaths in a certain way. Look up on the website, awaken.com. All three of these breath works I'm telling you about have tutorials on YouTube, okay? Or you can find one on their websites. And I really got into Awaken because I listened to a podcast by a guy named Aubrey Marcus. Very cool, long form discussions on his podcast. I recommend listening to him. But he's talking to the couple who owns it, who owns the Awaken website and the business. And in their discussion, he told them that he actually did their breath work, maybe without them or whatever. And he had something similar to an ayahuasca plant ceremony experience. Aubrey says he's been through a lot of plant medicine ceremonies. I don't personally know him. I don't know. But I've heard a lot about ayahuasca and I've read up a lot about what the plant ceremony entails. And it's some deep stuff. I've heard 15 years of therapy in one night, if you can really imagine that, you know, images, whatever comes up. That's what he says he experienced during the Awaken breath work. And just be aware that when you are going through these techniques, you might have a change in temperature, your body might tingle, that's normal. And the best advice I can give you for the breath work is, or kind of anything really, don't let that voice that says, stop, that's enough, get in the way. I found that a few times with breath work that even if I'm having a good time with the breath work, something inside says, stop, this is dumb, you don't need to do this, is this enough? That's the old friend, the ego, or homeostasis, at least the ego using homeostasis to try to get you to stay where you're at. You got to bust through that wall, just take in more breath, take in more air, and you're going to see why the ego is afraid of you to do this breath work. It's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. It's very transformative. It's very much a venting kind of a thing. All three, but especially the last two, Wim Hof and Awaken. Check it out, y'all. It will not be a waste of time. All right, take care.